colossal failure. Well, if they can get, let's look at it this way. If it's let me put it in perspective. If you have, if you're stopping at 5 guns per day, but you're missing 95 out of 100, how do you tout that as a success? That's what it is. That's what a 95% failure rate is, people. Out of 100 weapons that try to get through the TSA screening, 5 are stopped. 95 get through. Still feel safe? It's not time for a revamping. It's time for getting rid, and then we're not going to get rid of the TSA once the government took over. We're not getting rid of it, but it's time. And it really is time to get rid of it. We never should have had them in the first place. Really. The Senate approves sweeping reforms to NSA spying programs. Yeah, everybody's probably heard about this by now. The Senate, late Tuesday, sent legislation reforming the nation's surveillance laws to President Obama's desk days after a stalemate caused the National Security Agency's powers to lapse. The 67-32 vote for the USA Freedom Act came more than 36 hours after 3 parts of the Patriot Act expired, forcing the NSA to wind down its bulk collection of U.S. phone data. Now, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell suffered a political blow during the bruising fight over the legislation. He and other hawkish Republican senators opposed the bill even after the House approved it in a broad bipartisan vote. The Senate Minority Leader Harry Reid lambasted McConnell for the lapse in Patriot Act provisions, arguing it would not have happened if the GOP leader hadn't spent so much time on trade legislation in the previous month. Well, adding further insult to McConnell's injury, all 3 of the amendments to the legislation he supported died on Tuesday. McConnell was also thwarted by Senator Rand Paul, a presidential candidate, and his erstwhile ally. And that's simply because, look, the people who were in on writing the original Patriot Act, the stuff the government is doing with it now was not in the act, and some of it is actually illegal. So now we have this USA Freedom Act. And, well, we'll see if the president signs it, but, you got bipartisan support in the House on the bill, so that means that there's probably something wrong with it. But, if a Democrat likes it, you should probably throw it away. Just saying, if a Democrat likes it, you should probably toss it. Yeah. Hey, if a Democrat likes your bread, you probably should change your recipe. Just saying. Just saying. It's the truth. Whenever I have learned over my short time on this planet that when Democrats really, really like something, you probably should think twice about liking it yourself. Really. Hey, if we could have probably said that about, the war on terror going to war in Afghanistan and Iraq. That a bunch of the liberal Democrats were all on board and they liked it. That probably should have been George W. Bush's call to action to say, hold on now, something's not right here. I got all these Democrats who are liking this. There's got to be something wrong. Got to be something wrong. I know we can look back now and kind of try to laugh a little bit about such a tragedy, but Seriously, look what has happened since then. You have all these Democrats saying, "Yeah, I was for it before I was against it," and knowing what we know now, would you still attack Iraq? We're getting all this crap about how bad the decision was, and we had all of these Democrats who were supporting it. So again, I reiterate. If a Democrat really likes something, you probably better run the opposite direction. So I don't know if the Democrats are liking this USA Freedom Act. They know something that we don't, and they're going to put one over on the Republicans at some point. So I don't know. Hey, they like the Patriot Act too at one point. Now they're claiming that they don't, but never, ever, ever. I say never, ever, but ever trust a liberal Democrat. If they like something, you really need to go the other way. Don't doubt me. Just run away. Kind of like the rabbit. It's from Holy Grail. It's a bunny. It's a killer rabbit. And all the knights are falling left and right trying to fight this killer rabbit. And they end up saying, "Run away, run away, run away." So if a Democrat likes something, run away. Did you hear what the president said today? All right, yeah, There are people that have said that the president has some mental issues. I never would have gone that far, but other than his own narcissism and his desire to fundamentally change the country. But I gotta tell you, after hearing what this guy said today, I'm thinking. He can't possibly believe what he says, because if he really believes it, he does have mental issues. I'm not being facetious about this at all, folks. I'm being serious as a heart attack here. If Obama says that we are under his tutelage, leadership, we're now the most respected nation once again in the world. I mean, what? By whose standard? By whose measurement? Basically, he says, "I've restored the U.S. as the most respected country in the world." But again, by whose standard? I can't. I wrote an article, and people, you could read it over at rodeccles.net, or you could read it at a number of different places now, being published in different places. But it's about using a hammer. The original title of it is "Smash It with a Hammer." And some people are titling it, why I need a sledgehammer, and it's about I need an 8-pound sledgehammer to whack myself upside the head to put myself out of my misery. Because talking to liberals and listening to what they have to say, and I wrote this before this buffoonery came about the president saying, I've restored the U.S. as the most respected country in the world. Now, I am not prophetic. I've never claimed to be prophetic, and I don't believe in prophecy type of stuff like that. But I got to tell you, it couldn't have come at I seem to be hitting these articles and writing these articles at appropriate, the most apropos times. So basically, that the president believes that he's done it all, folks. everything. That he's the guy. He's the one that's turned it around for the United States of America. That he and he alone have restored the faith and respect in the eyes of the world. Monday, while President Barack Obama was answering questions at a town hall with Yeseli Fellows, Yseali, an exchange program for community leaders from ASEAN, or ASEAN, ASEAN, the Association for Southeast Asian Nations. Where do all these acronymic associations come from? And where do they get their money from? You know, I'm missing something. I'm going to start myself my own association and start soliciting donations or something. Yeah, I need to have my own foundation. Now, I promise that I will not garner any money from outside. Well, I probably won't get very rich then if I don't, go get foreign government money. But I won't get foreign government money. Well, I guess I can because I'm not in a position to influence government policy. So I guess I can get foreign government money if they want to give me some. I'm telling you, I'm going to start my own foundation. That's the way to go. That is the new American entrepreneurial business. The Clintons have shown us the way. But he said that his administration, the Obama administration, Obama said that has restored the United States as the most respected country on earth. Now, Obama said, people don't remember, but when I came into office, the United States in world opinion ranked below China and just barely above Russia. And today, once again, the United States is the most respected country on earth. Part of that, I think, is because of the work we did to re-engage the world and say we want to work with you as partners with mutual interest and mutual respect. It was on that basis we were able to end two wars end two wars, Mr. President. What two wars did you end? Oh, the Iraq War and the Afghanistan War? So what's going on in Iraq right now? What's going on in Afghanistan right now? Well, you didn't end anything. You just took us out of the equation. So now the terrorists, the Taliban and Al-Qaeda and ISIS are running rampant. And you want to say that people out there believe that now we're now the most respected nation on the planet because we've given up? I guess if that's how you measure, respect and success is by you cutting and running and giving up, then yeah, I guess we've done a bang up job on that one under your tutelage and your administration. Can't deny that one. He's just he's so brilliant. He's more brilliant than he knows. The reasons why we are moving in the direction to normalize relations with Cuba and a nuclear deal that we're trying to negotiate with Iran. That is garnering us lots of respect around the world. Yeah, really. Alternate Earth again? Sliders? Must be. Well, that sound means I am out of time for today. That's right. I'm Rod Eccles. This has been the Rod Eccles Show. Have a great night, everybody. See you back here tomorrow. I'm out.